So if you're buying a home near Fort Meade, don't automatically assume Odenton or Crofton is your best option. Severn might actually give you the most bang for your buck and most house for your money. I'm Jason Turner with Navigator Mortgage Brokers, and today we're going to break down Severn, Maryland, and look at the housing market. So to get into it, Severn sits right next to Fort Meade, which makes it especially attractive for military families, government employees, really anyone working around NSA. It's going to be the ideal situation, okay? If you're positioned between Baltimore and DC with relatively easy access to major commutes, it's pretty ideally located. So right now you're generally looking at home prices in the upper 400,000s, although the exact number depends heavily on the type of property and the neighborhood, okay? You're gonna find everything from older single family homes and townhouses to newer construction, and the variety is one reason I think Severn deserves more attention. And here's what's interesting about the housing market right now. Prices have remained fairly strong, but homes aren't necessarily flying off the market the way that they were a few years ago. So that can create opportunities for buyers, and you may have more time to evaluate a property and negotiate repairs or potentially ask for seller concessions depending on how competitive that particular home is. So definitely something to keep in mind, especially if you're looking to get into the market now. For me, Severn's biggest advantages are pretty straightforward. Close to Fort Meade, detached homes available under or around 500,000, good variety of housing, convenient location, potentially more value than some of the nearby communities, and loads of other stuff. But if you're comparing Severn against Odenton or Gambrills or Crofton, I definitely wouldn't overlook it. It definitely has a lot of strengths. There's a few things I pay really close attention to. Severn has a wide range of housing ages, so the condition of the roof, HVAC, electrical system, and other major components can vary dramatically from one house to the next. And because neighborhoods can feel very different, even within the same zip code, I'd evaluate specific property and not just say, Severn is great and go with it. Definitely, check it out and do your due diligence there. My score for Severn is going to be for location, definitely 9.5. The Fort Meade commute, 10 out of 10. Value, 9 out of 10. Housing variety, also 9 out of 10. And long-term potential, I'm going to go with an 8.8. Overall, I'm going to say it's a 9.3. And my final verdict: if you work at Fort Meade and want a detached home without automatically jumping into like the higher price points of some surrounding communities, Severn should absolutely be on your list. Okay, so tell me, would you live in Severn or would you choose Odenton, Crofton, and Gambrills instead? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. Have a great day.